Wolves. Dances with wolves. I could totally do that, by the way. Listening to the same soundtrack all day, depending on what I'm doing. Changing it up, depending on what I'm doing at any given minute. I would gladly do that and be quite happy with it. I think where we need to progress is actually north of the keep. I think. Is where we need to take the nitro powder. 10,000 gil. Man. We really did come out rich. We're in a tent, which will allow us to hard save, which is nice. Four hours and 15 minutes in. All right. Now where are we? We have to go all the way around, I think. Come on, get out of the way, Baticus. I think the bats look particularly good. I like the way they look. I think the soundtrack in this place might be my favorite so far of the redone soundtracks. I really like the way this sounds. It's good. Oh man. Oh no. I've been bamboozled. Wraiths. Wraith's not what we ran into in the Marsh Cave. We were running into shadows. So this is an upgraded version. They still don't have a ton of hit points. That's nice. Now the shadows in Marsh Cave. Look at Mitz with the double hits. The shadows I would say applied darkness. So far, these guys don't do anything other than die. And do a decent chunk of damage. It's interesting to me that the tent did not fill me up. Really, Mitz. That's interesting. Now, it could just be because this looks markedly different, obviously, than the NES version did. It's probably better for Mitz, though, right? It's the same as the broadsword. That's super weird. Two different weapons. We're going to equip the Falcon. Is it Falcon or Falchion? Falchion. More wraiths. Should have healed. Mummies. With the sleep, though. Oh no, this is gonna be so bad. This is bad. Oh. They hit so hard. Oh my god. Trouble here. I think we're in. I should have. Why didn't I heal? What am I doing? Oh no. Oh no, guys. This is bad. This is real bad. This is real bad. This is so bad. Holy shit. These guys are brutal. Okay. We're going to die here. I mean, we're not going to win, but that's fine. I just want to reload outside. I don't want to continue with two dead characters. So even if I win, which I can't win. This is unreal. These guys hit freaking hard. with the sleep? Holy butts. They need to be guarding some seriously insane treasure. Damn. Damn. Okay. I don't know what we could do differently on that fight. Because it's not... The problem is that the hits, they move so fast. They all go before I get to move, so they put my party to sleep before I get a chance to act. You wouldn't think that mummies would be that fast, right? Aren't mummies supposed to be slow and shambling, like zombies, kind of? Maybe not. I guess these are quick mummies. I don't know. That being said, I guess in the mummy movies, those mummies weren't slow at all, so who knows? Hang on. Let's heal up a little bit more first. Give ourselves a fighting chance here. All right. Enemy strikes first. Of course they do. Of course they do. F me. Well, we got fire too. Hopefully Mitz can get this off. Mummies should be weak to fire, right? I think that's a thing. That should be a thing if it's not. Come on, Mitz. 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 Get it off, Mitz. Don't... Yes! Crush them all, Mitz. You can do it. You can... Yes! Mitz! You're the man. Look at that shit. Crushed them all with a single flick of your wrist. Steel gloves, you are the best. Damn. You can't wear. Okay. Memo save, yep. Yep. Let's guard in this one. Hope it's nothing scary. Oh, only 2 mummies this time? Shoot, we got this. Maybe. Trap X, you're supposed to hit a lot harder than that. Ring, ring. Maybe I just got really unlucky with the sleeps the first time. Like, 'cause this time hasn't been that bad. Why don't I use magic more often? I don't typically use magic a lot in any of my JRPGs. I usually try to avoid it. And it's from, I come from a position of, I want to save it for when I really need it. You know, that whole dumb, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a real good answer for you. A heavy staff. Power staff. I bet we can use that. How often have I ran out in this game? Very frequently in this game. Because this game, the way, I don't know if you remember, the way magic works is you get a number of casts per day per level. It's like level 1 spells. I have 1 left on her. I have nothing left for level 3. I have 3 level 2s, but she's only got Lamp, which I don't remember what else was on level 2. I probably should have given her more because I'm not going to use Lamp that much. And like for Mitz, you do still have some. Like I could have cast Steel for level 2, but I don't have very many spells left, right? I've used most of them. So you do run out pretty fast in this game. It is very limited in this game. Which is why like the Black Mage isn't really that great. The spells are pretty good, even though later on the spells aren't really that impressive, and you just don't have very many casts. And for like extended dungeon runs, when you run out, your caster is useless, which is why the red mage is typically better than a black mage, because the red mage doesn't get all of the spells that a black mage does, but he can cast most of the good ones, and then when he runs out, he's still a decently competent fighter. I mean, he's going to be nowhere near as good as the black belt and the fighter, but hell of a lot better than the black mage. So these guys do paralyze. This is bad. God, fuck. We might actually die here, too. We might die here, too. I have none of that left. Shit. Let's keep ourselves alive, I guess. I really need to not have Trappist paralyzed. Thank you. He's still all my damage. Raz is getting better, but he's still not at Trappist's level yet. Should have healed there instead. Shit. This is so bad. This is so bad. Oh my god. Let's try... I'm gonna try the power staff. No effect. Nothing. I swear at some point, items will start doing things when we use them. I promise. This is a thing that eventually happens in the game. Oh god, no. Oh, game, I hate you sometimes. Okay, yes, one of them's dead. Good, 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 good. Throw a potion on Mitz. Mitz is back alive. Rises, I mean, he's, as you can see, he's getting stronger every level, so he'll get there eventually. Someday. Once he makes a jump from 2 hits up to 4 hits, is probably when he'll take over as the dominant DPS. And that, I don't know when that's going to happen exactly, but it shouldn't be too far away. Okay, I guess we'll equip the Falcon again. Falchion. Even though it doesn't really seem to be any different. A sword with a wide... sword with a wide double-edged blade versus a sword with a wide blade. So this doesn't have a double edge. But falchions look cool, so we'll keep that equipped. Yeah. Cool. I think our treasure hunting time is over. Let's save. And I think the dwarves are... Oh, they're not. Alright. I don't remember where I have to go. I bet I have to go to that port up there. And then walk down. Okay. I think I see what's going on here. Got this. I think I see what the game's trying to get me to do. Enemy strikes first. Gigas worm. Ouch. Nice. Double hits are so good. Funk. We're gonna be rich when we get to the next town. That's all I know. Preemptive strike. I like preemptive strikes. Whiff! A whiff! Oh, baby, with the crit. The double hit crit. Gotta love it. I feel like random encounter level is very high. Well, that's not always true, because I've definitely walked for extended periods like in the Marsh Cave without running into anything, so never mind. Disregard. I can't imagine when you do like 80% speed runs in games like this, you follow things called step counts, which is basically a way to manipulate the RNG of the game. So the way these games are coded is that every action you take, I think it's every action? I don't remember what constitutes an action, but anyway, it cycles through different states on where there are encounters on the map. So if you imagine, every map has like this forest here has like, I don't know, 20 different versions, and every different version on each tile has enemies in different places. And every time you step, it ticks over to the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one, which is where you actually run into enemies. It's not like an RNG counter that says, okay, roll a D100 on a 5 through 10, you run into an enemy. That's not how it actually works. So the way step counts work is people have mapped that shit out, and they know exactly where to step to avoid random encounters, which allows them to play through the game at obscenely low levels, and they do cheese mechanics for bosses typically, and they just never have to worry about random encounters because they know where all the random encounters are, and they take the exact steps, exact path through the maze effectively to avoid all of the random encounters. And that always fascinates me because trying to memorize a step count for an entire game is crazy. Actually crazy. But people do it and they're good at it. That being said, when it goes wrong, it goes wrong. I've definitely seen people speedrunning. I'm trying to think of what the last game. I want to say it was like Final Fantasy 3. It was 2 or 3. One of the two of them. I was watching somebody run and they lost their step count to the point where they couldn't re-find it, and it just the run was done. They couldn't complete the run because they were far enough in the game where random encounters just instantly killed them. And again, without the step count, they couldn't progress in the game. The run had to end, which is unfortunate because it was at an event. It was one of the RPG Limit Break events, and it was just, it's gotta be embarrassing when that happens. Like, yep, sorry, this speed run is done. It's over. I screwed up. And usually the timing for those is pretty tight. Like they squeeze things in, so it's not like they could just start over. At any rate, things that I would never do. I think it'd be kind of fun to try to speedrunning a JRPG. I don't know which one I would want to do, and I would never do 90%. I would almost certainly do it as a glitchless run, whichever one I did. Just because, as much as I think it's cool and impressive what people do for glitched runs, I don't like them nearly as much as glitchless. I wouldn't have as much fun with it, so. Even though they obviously go a lot faster. Phew, we made it. I think we're gonna go to the item shop first. Maybe sell some stuff. Oh no, I might have screwed up. No, but it didn't do anything. That power staff. Holy shnikes. That was worth like 2,000 gold. I think a mistake might have been made. I probably should have kept that. I think that had a use that I was not aware of. That's what I think just happened there. Oh well. If it had like a hidden effect or something like that for a caster. Well, I wanted to see. that for Raz. Since he's wearing armor now, his unarmored monk bonus to armor only applies if he's actually completely naked. So since I have the silver armlet on him, it makes sense to also put the leather cap on him. Okay, now we'll rest up. I wonder. No, I'm not gonna. Maybe I will. They have a really good weapon. Well, I don't know how good it is. I wish I knew how good it was. The mithril sword is better for both of them. I could afford 2 of them. I'm gonna hold off until we get to the next town. I think. Maybe. Maybe I should buy haste. I'm gonna wait till we get to the next town. I'm gonna see what's at the next town. We'll go from there. 100 gil per night. Now that I'm actually weighted down with gil. So Mitz, what brought you back into Monster Hunter? I know you're talking about you played Monster Hunter World or trying it out on your widescreen monitor, which I'm jealous of your widescreen monitor. Convert it into Muns? Are you playing Monster Hunter right now? How about, I suspect you have a lot more Muns than I have gil, so how about you send me some Muns and I can convert it into gil? Huh? I think that sounds like a much better plan. But yeah, what brought you back? Did they release some new content, or... I still occasionally tease myself with the idea of secretly installing Monster Hunter World and only playing it while I'm offline. So if I like it, I can say, hey, guess what, Mitz? Trappist, I'm playing Monster Hunter World and it's amazing! And if I don't like it, I can just never say anything about it and you guys will be none the wiser. Got re-addicted. Fair enough. That's how that happens. That's how that happens. Have they released like Behemoth and stuff like that for PC yet? I mean, you're listening to Raz too much with stuff like that. You're listening to Raz too much because Code Carnage and Trappist both sang high praises for Yakuza. And obviously I didn't finish the game, so I don't know. I might finish it at some point, but I don't know. Just not my thing, I guess. I could see how it's a really good game. I could see all the merits. It's not my thing, I guess. I don't know. Confirm I don't like good games. Interesting, huh? You're saying this isn't a good game? You're saying none of the Final Fantasies are good games? Mitz, is that what you're telling me? You're saying Dota 2's not a good game? Path of Exile's not a good game? Huh. Interesting. I mean, if you're saying that Yakuza and Monster Hunter are the only good games... you know, I'm a little worried that when I actually dive into Final Fantasy XIV, because I really do want to do that. I really do want to do a story run through Final Fantasy XIV. I'm afraid I'll get a heavy taste of the MMO, even though I don't want to get a taste of the MMO, and I'll just end up not unsubscribing. I'm done with it, which I guess there could be worse things. Could be worse things. I don't know what I'm going to play as. Real talk. I'm thinking if I do that and I boost, I'll probably have to play as a tank, which is fine because I like tanking. But I want to do that because when I get to the story segments where I have to run dungeons, I won't have to sit in queue. I'll just be able to insta queue in. So I don't know if I want to do like the Dark Knight, if I want to do a Paladin. Maybe a Paladin. I like the sword and board style. I've always liked sword and board. So Marauder's definitely out. We'll see. We'll see. I liked Dark Knight. Played Dark Knight and Paladin. And I played White Mage. But it would almost certainly be as a tank. To try to ease my way through that. Mount Drugar? Is that what that said? Rally ho! Oh, look at this. Don't mind if I do, dwarfies. Rally ho! These guys are like the dwarves in Final Fantasy IX. Don't they say rally ho? With a crystal eye, even a blind one is able to see everything. But I hear the dark elf Astos stole it from a toy of the witch. Man, you guys got to get out into the world. That's not why that happened, but I saved it the day. Don't worry. I'm looking for the Levistone. You see, the Levistone can make anything float in the air. I do. The Levistone happens to be in an ice cave. Rally ho! Rally ho! Huh? This noise. Oh, Grandpa Nellick's at his rock busting again. Oh, thank Grandpa. An armor can work as an armor. It protects you. Huh? Oh, yeah. You said the same thing. Okay. Seen some repeats? Oh, what are you doing? How can I forge a sword worthy of leaving its name in history? Perhaps that legendary material, adamantite, can. I'll get you some adamantite. The earth has begun to rot. From the west it comes. Oh, that Grandpa Nellick. I got some nitro powder for you. Can you put it to use? Huh! Ah, the nitro powder! Thanks a ton, youngsters. Now we can build a canal. I think we should stand further back. There we go. There. And we can blast this rock into smithereens. Now move it. That wall will explode, so we better get out of here. There we go. That's better. Aren't they worried about, like, cadence? Yes. Whoa. Look at the cinematics. Holy butts, the realistic splash of the water. I've never played Dissidia Final Fantasy. Or Final Fantasy. Is it Final Fantasy Dissidia? Or is it Dissidia Final Fantasy? I feel like it's Dissidia Final Fantasy. That's the fighting game, right? The Final Fantasy fighting game? I think I have. No, I don't. Never mind. I'm thinking of something else. You don't know. You don't know if it's a fighting game? Oh, the Great Sea is calling me. I'll bet it is. Is that, I mean, is that a euphemism for taking a leak? A fighting game where you kill everyone as Sephiroth. Interesting. Worm Killer. Mithril Knife. Helmet. Mithril Mail. Money. Cottage. Damn, cottage. That's 3,000 gold right there. Grand Helm. And a tent.